Does your dream of singing feel too far out of reach? Are you dreaming of making music and sharing your heart through your voice, but it just feels so unrealistic? Maybe you just don't even know where to begin. Or maybe you've started and stopped so many times that you're just on the verge of giving up. But you already know from all those other times that the dream in your heart will not let you go. It will not go away, and it just gets harder and harder to ignore. So here you are, trying again, holding on to that seed of desire, that deep inner knowing that the music inside of you is meant to be given a voice. But there are all these blocks, these barriers, these limiting beliefs, and real life obstacles getting in the way of making that dream a reality. Well, today I want to help you get one step closer to overcoming those blocks that stop you from pursuing your dream to sing. So here are 3 common roadblocks standing in your way of allowing yourself to pursue the dream inside of you. And I'm also going to share how to break free from them by shedding some light on the truth. Welcome to Reawaken Your Voice. I'm Lainey Prendeville Crawford, holistic voice coach, singer, song weaver. I believe the song in your heart holds medicine for yourself and for the world. And yet too often, something happens along the way. We shut down our voice and our song goes unsung. Whether you stopped singing years ago or have always harbored an unrealized dream to start, if you're ready to finally give voice to those unsung songs in your heart, then take my hand as I guide you to free yourself from the inner critic, reignite your creativity, find your courage, sing with confidence, and reawaken those dormant parts of yourself aching for a revival. So dust off your songbooks, tune up your guitar, bust out your singing bowls, your shakers, your drum. Actually, all you really need is your voice, your breath, open ears, and an open heart. Let's play. So I have 3 common roadblocks standing in your way and how to overcome them so you can pursue that dream that God placed on your heart. Number 1, support system. Maybe you feel like you don't have the support you need to actually go for it and to pursue that dream, to develop it from that little seed and bring it to full fruition. Well, you can start by subscribing to the podcast. You'll have a supportive, encouraging voice every week, reminding you that you can do this. So I'm here for you. I'm not going anywhere. And as my capacity expands, I'll be able to offer more and more forms of support in terms of community and group coaching, singing circles. The sky's the limit. I've got a vision here. But right now, in this time and season, I'm pouring it all into the podcast. So I'm not holding anything back. This is for you. I want to support this beautiful dream that is yours to bring to life. But where it really begins is believing in yourself. It begins with believing in yourself, which perhaps is the hardest thing of all. But even with all the support in the world and people telling you that you can do it and you're talented, wow, what a beautiful voice. I know there's something there for you. You can do this. Even with all the people backing you, saying, yes, you can, go for it. If you don't back yourself, if you don't believe in yourself and have the audacity to give yourself permission to pursue the dream that God placed in your heart, you'll never go anywhere with it. That's the truth. That's the reality. It starts with you. So that means facing these limiting beliefs head on. All the doubts and the fears that come along with a big dream. It starts with facing those head on, or finding a way to outsmart them or maneuver around them, whatever works. All of that comes from within you. And it comes from making the decision to support yourself by saying yes to your dream. And it really is a simple decision. Not an easy one, but a simple one. Because once you say yes to the dream says yes to you. There will be synchronicities. As they say, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And that goes for all of the other things that you need to carry you forward, including number 2. This brings us to number 2. Resources. Perhaps you feel like you don't have the resources you need to pursue this dream and make it a reality. I've heard from people who say, I can't afford to find my voice because it won't make me money. So I can't spend the money to invest in myself and my dream. And to that I say, you can't afford not to. You can't make the greatest impact in the world if your voice isn't free. If your soul isn't fully expressed, if you're not being all of you, all of who God designed you to be, you're missing out on the fullness of life. And what cost does that have? Really let that sink in and think about it. And also, indirectly, perhaps directly down the road, you never know what's to come. But indirectly, it does make you money. It does have a return on investment. Your expression, your creativity, it all affects your energy, your overall holistic well-being. If you are holding all of that inside of you and pushing down the things that give you life, it stifles other areas of life. So the value may not be monetary, but it may be your health and your well-being. And is that not valuable? That sense of freedom and purpose and aliveness. What value does that hold? And also, like I said, who knows where this will lead? But you never know until you try. Until you just follow your heart and see where it takes you. And your creative pursuits don't have to make money to be worthwhile. There is so much more to it than that. And when you lean into it, when you allow it to become a greater part of your life, you'll see how worthwhile it really is in the richness that it gives your full being. Also, in terms of resources, having the finances to dedicate towards learning and towards growth in this area of your life. You know, your creativity, your art, your voice, your music. There are plenty of free resources, free opportunities to practice sharing your voice. We live in a time where there's so much right at your fingertips with the web, the internet, the way that we are connected throughout the world. And we have this vast library of information available to us. And right here, you have this free resource in the podcast. I also have a free workshop, reawakenyourvoice.com/workshop. I see a free community in a future vision of this space. But like I said, there's more to come as I gradually expand my capacity in this very full season of my life. But check out your local community. Seek out online groups. Look at this vast compilation of information that is the internet to get started on your own. As I always say, start where you are. Do what you can now in this season, just like I am with the podcast. I have a vision for so much more. There's so much I have to give that I want to pour out and pour into you. But this is what I can do right now. So I'm here for it. And I'm pouring into this space all that's in my heart. So all the support and resources that I have, come hang out with me every week. And we can walk in this pursuit together. And when the time is right, when you're ready to make the investment in yourself, to really go all in, to get more personalized support, to learn the skills that you need and develop the gifts you've been given, you'll know. You'll know. And being resourceful is part of being an artist, being creative with what you have, soaking it in wherever you can. Nurturing your creativity comes in so many forms. So open your eyes and look for those possibilities. But start where you are, and you'll be amazed at what opens up for you. Back to those synchronicities. Just be open. Number 3, you have to be born with it. This is another block that holds people back from seeing the truth. And here's what is true. If you're born with the desire to sing, that means the seed is already planted within you. It just needs to be nurtured with fertile soil and water and sunlight to grow. Your voice can be developed. Skills can be learned. Your gifts can be refined. I truly believe that if you have a deep desire to sing, then you were indeed born with a gift. that means there's something there for you to uncover, something to discover, a gift to be opened. But I will also say this: talent is overrated. It's not everything. It's what you do with the talent. It's what you do with the gifts you were given. I believe that we have a responsibility to use the gifts we've been given to do good in the world, which can take so many forms. But that responsibility doesn't have to be heavy. It doesn't have to be weighing down on you like a burden. It can be motivational. It can be that driving force of inspiration that moves you to act. So once more, those 3 blocks that keep you from pursuing the dream to sing. Number 1, lack of support system. Number 2, lack of resources. And number 3, the belief that you have to be born with it. Many times we use these blocks as excuses for fear of failure or fear of success, or what it would mean to actually go for it and pursue your dream of singing. Your dream of making music, or simply living a more creative life where your art gets to have a voice and an expression. And sometimes there are real life things that are making the pursuit more difficult. Our life is so full, it doesn't seem like there's room for all these things we want to do in life. But we make time and space for the things that matter to us. And your dreams are important. They're pointing the way to the fullest expression of who you were meant to be and who you were meant to become on this journey. They're like a compass to self-actualization and fulfillment, purpose, meaning, no matter the dream, whether it's music and singing we're talking about, or making a family, raising kind, loving, strong, happy children, whether it's home ownership or hiking the Appalachian Trail, learning to sail, or writing a book. Dreams come in so many forms, and we can have multiples. That's the beauty of it all. But these are guiding us towards our fullest expression. So find a way to create a little bit of space, a little bit of time, a little bit of energy, and invest that into your creative pursuits, because they're worth it. And if you want some guidance today, some free resources are available for you here. Check out all my other podcast episodes. Check out my free workshop, reawakenyourvoice.com/workshop. And, it really is as simple as opening your mouth to sing. In the midst of it all, in the midst of the messiness and joy and busyness and the simple everyday moments of life, why not sing through it all? And like I said, it begins with believing in yourself and deciding to say yes to what's been shown to you. Saying yes to what you know is inside of you. And as you lean into it, God moves in like a tailwind, effortlessly carrying you forward. I truly believe this. I know this to be true. So lean in, and I'll be here cheering for you. I'll be here next week, and the next week, and the week after that, offering you support and encouragement to go for it and keep going, one step, one decision at a time. So you got this, friend. I believe in you, and it's time to believe in yourself. Hey friend, thank you so much for listening. If this episode unlocked something in you or moved you in some way, I'd be so grateful if you'd leave me a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you're streaming this, and share this episode with a friend who's been praying for a vocal breakthrough. Until we meet again, keep nurturing that song in your heart. Lots of love.